Hello, this is Christine Thompson with Barrett and Warner. Thank you for joining me. I'm the lead agent on the CT team, and I'm back at you at the beginning of November to give you my monthly, month-over-month review of what's happening in the market. And I'm using Naperville, as always, as the subject market, just to keep it simple. But if you live in a different area or looking in a different area and want to know what the heck is going on with the market there, just reach out to me. You can send me a message on YouTube where I'm going to post this later, and just let me know the town that you're interested in and if you need any kind of specific stats. But I'm going to get going here. So I'm going to screen share the presentation that I have so you can see everything. Let me get that all started for you. All righty. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. So here we are looking at what's going on. This is going to be my cute little presentation for you. And again, please reach out, like the video while I'm showing it live on Facebook, or you can, if you miss it on Facebook, you can, or catch it later. You can always just go to YouTube on my YouTube channel, Naperville Living in Naperville with Christine Thompson, and you'll see my monthly updates in here. I started the monthly updates in, I think it was August. Prior to that, I was doing weekly updates. So I got a whole ton of updates back there, but I decided to do monthly just because it's just easier to see the developments, what's happening with the market. All right, enough of that stuff. Let's get to brass tacks. So this is what I presented back in September of last year. Trying to get this little thing out of the way. So September of last month, I reported, this is a real general makeup of what's on the market, pulling from the MLS. So we saw that there were 34 new listings, and there were 12.3% private listings. Now you have to understand, if you haven't watched this show before, that on private listings, several of them are allowing showings. So let's say maybe 8% of them are allowing showings. That means we probably have 42% properties to be considering on the market. But what went under contract, 26%. So this is different than what I was reporting earlier in the year. You know, for every home that came on the market, there was one going under contract. We're not seeing that. And we're seeing an increase on price changes too. Not too many for the month of September, but there were some. But now let's see how September compares to October. So remember I said 34 new, maybe 10, so maybe, or 8, maybe 42% new, 26% under contract. This month we're seeing about the same for private, about the same for new, pretty close for under contract. And fewer homes going with a price change. Maybe you sellers out there are listening to me and not getting too crazy with the higher list prices, so you don't have to do the price changes. So that's good. I'm glad to see that. All right, the average sales for September in Naperville, and this is just all detached homes. I did not include attached homes because that really skews the number there. But it gives people an idea of, you know, the size of home, average pricing, what to expect in September. That was 566. Now, of course, that could, you know, be a little bit to do with, you know, the size of home that's coming on the market. Maybe we have less, you know, the really big homes going on or real small homes going on. But I'd like to say this is a pretty fair average. So September was 567 approximately, and this month 569, 570. So a little bit of a hike, probably the same sized homes. We like to see that. So that's a good sign, assuming the home sizes are the same. The average market time in September was 43 days on the market before a home went under contract. And October was 41 days. So everything seems to be aligned here. Everything's very, very close month over month. We're not seeing any drops at all. I'm very encouraged to see that. The month supply of homes. Now, this is a prediction going forward based on how quickly homes sold off the market and how many, and then we call that the, it's the factor of how many homes per, how much time per home it would take to sell off, the absorption rate factor. And then we take that absorption rate and we divide that into the active homes. And that's going to tell us how many months it would take for the active homes to sell off based on that absorption rate, which is saying how many per month would sell off. So in September, the month supply was 1.2, saying going forward, based on how quickly homes sold off and how many are active on the market now, it would take 1.2 months, a month and a half for all those existing homes to sell off if nothing new came on the market. October is 1.1, so a little bit shorter. So that still is in line with all these other numbers that we saw, where October performed actually a little better, slightly, than September. So I love seeing that. That means still a seller's market, right? This is interesting to show, if you're going to go on the market, okay, Christine, how many showings is it going to take to get my house sold? So in September, it took 26 showings to get a contract on the home. Now, it doesn't mean it happened the whole time, for many months. It could be 26 showings in a week. All right. October, 14.3. So less showings for a home to go under market. But if we look back here, the time frame for October is 41 days versus 43 days. So same amount of time for a home to go under contract, but less showings happening. So for you sellers out there, don't get so nervous if an agent's telling you, gosh, you're getting less showings. In October, it didn't matter. The home still showed at about the same time or less. So just it is showing, though, less buyers are out there. Okay, so that could be an underlining indication that the market could be slowing down going forward. Although the month supply is showing that no, it still looks good going forward. If there's less buyers out there and the inventory was about the same, that is an indicator that you could expect things to slow down if that continues, that we have less buyers out there. This is another indicator about how things could be slowing down too. Month of September, we saw, showings were averaging between, in the 2 range here. We're seeing it's averaging in the 1.5 range. And this means 1.5 showings per listing over this time frame. Versus averaging in the 2s in September. October, the number of showings per listing slowed down, and that just is basically the same as what we just talked about, where it didn't, we had a lot less buyers, only 14 versus 26 looking at homes. So again, this is still confirming in another way that there are less buyers out there looking at homes, and if that continues, that could soften the market. This is very interesting, and I wanted to leave September in, or actually this is supposed to be August, but I kept the last 3 months in here. So this is the market action index needle. It indicates how strong of a seller market. Is it a buyer market? Where is it at? 30 is like buyer seller market, fair. So we had 52 in the past, and then it went to 44 in October. And I think I have just my names up here wrong. So this is supposed to be August, you guys. Okay, August was 52 action index needle, or September 4th. This is supposed to be the whole month of September. Sorry, you guys, at 44. And now it's down to 40. So the action index needle is going down, you guys. And another indicator that, yes, it's a seller's market, but it is softening. This needle used to be way higher and saying strong seller's market or advantage. Now it's saying slight seller's advantage. It's dipping down. So for all of you sellers out there that are on the fence of, should I put it on now? I got the holidays coming, or should I put it on next year? Get it out there. Put it on the market now. You'll probably have it sold and closed before you're even dealing with Christmas and the holidays in December. Just get her done. Okay. Give me a call or call your preferred agent. Say, I think I want to get active now and get this done. And hey, stay in a lovely hotel for a month in December and get out there and look at homes to buy in January. There's a lot of ideas on what to consider doing to find your next home. All right. So I have a booklet that I can share. It's the 10 options on how to buy and sell at the same time. It's a lot of creative ideas on how to handle this market if you're concerned about low inventory, even though you can see there's more inventory than homes going off the market. Don't wait, okay? There's a lot of wonderful ways you can consider doing that. I did mention one that's kind of fun, I think. I've had clients that said, you know what, I'm going to rent and I'll just get out of my lease early. And even if I had to pay the difference, it's still ahead of the game for how much money you can be making on your sale price right now, because I know I've mentioned this before, and everyone is in agreement on this, that the interest rates are going to be going up in 2022. And you're better off selling your house now while the buyers are really motivated to capture the interest rates where they are right now. And I know this has been said before in the past, but this is more of a unanimous vote by all the industry experts this time. And we have seen little ticks of the interest rates, kind of feeling its way up. It goes down a little, it goes up. And there's a lot of other factors with the economy and what the government's going to be doing with bonds and treasury notes, all that stuff. That is why the industry experts are saying it's absolutely, the rates are going to have to go up based on plans that the feds have in line right now. Okay. So really do think about selling your house while the buyers are excited with the lower interest rate. And if you're a buyer out there, pay attention to, get out there, pick a home. There's no perfect home out there. You're never going to be able to check off all the boxes. Anything that you're seeing right now, you're going to say the same stuff again next year. But do you want to risk having a higher monthly mortgage? Or do you want to risk having to shop a smaller home if you can't change your budget? Because prices are going to be continuing to go up. They're expected to go up 3 to 4% over the next year. They're not going down, people. Stop waiting for the frenzy to end and thinking the prices are going to go down. It is not going to happen. What you're looking at ahead is either a higher monthly budget for the same size home, or you're going to be having to shop for a smaller home if you wait next year. So both buyers and sellers, there are very good reasons for both of you to get active out there right now. And here's interest rates. I'll show you that. So September, I like to look on the far right column. This is the APR. So 30-year fix. This is a conventional. You're looking at 3.26 in September, and the FHA was 3.7, and October 3.37, and FHA 3.7. And right now, I don't know why that's showing up, but you can see then interest rates 3.26 to 3.37, and FHA went up a little bit too. So there you go, you guys, get on the wagon here. I love showing this map once in a while. It's just showing the equity gain over the last 12 months that's across the board in the United States. Where are all the states at? So I'm just going to leave this up for a little bit. And again, you can go back to the video and just pause this so you can look at it. So if you're in a different state watching this, it's kind of fun to see how all the states compared against each other, which ones really rocked it, and which ones are, they had a little bit of an increase. But yeah, we're not surprised to see California. I'm hearing the stories all the time, talking to agents in there. Definitely over 100,000 when people are making offers, and they're making offers 100,000+ over list price. So this number makes sense here for sure. I heard Florida's pretty crazy. Tennessee, Tennessee is really rocking it, you guys. For that state, that's great, 37. So you could see from the legend here, the darker blue. And once we go into the greens, it's even increasing even more. So Illinois, we're still in there. We're still in the game. I know a lot of people complain, oh, Illinois, we got to get out of here. But Illinois is still pulling its weight there, okay, compared to some other states. So we got a great state. I know a lot of people complain about it, but you get to the Chicago area, we always have work and employment going on. So there's definitely a big factor there. So you got to remember, the average for Illinois is for the whole state of Illinois, and there can be a lot of slow spots in Illinois, but once you are focusing on the Chicago area here, we are definitely a strong market. So that's my show for this week. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions about this show or need further information, please give me a call. I'm always happy to help out with that and provide you information. Sorry, I'm looking around, I'm moving things on the screen, but I appreciate you watching. Please tell all your friends, family, coworkers, colleagues, members, and organizations that you attend about this show. So if people are ever wondering, you're here, I'm talking about, oh, I think the market's doing this or that, say, hey, go check out Christine's YouTube show. She's got a monthly market update on Naperville homes, living in Naperville, living in Naperville, blah, blah, blah. Just search Google, search YouTube for Naperville homes with Christine Thompson. You'll find my channel, and you can tell them about it, share it with them, share the link, so people share the love. So people watch my show and they can get all these fabulous facts and have a way to know how to reach out to me if they need more specific information about markets. So thank you for watching. I will be back again in December, the first Tuesday of December, to give you another monthly market update. I look forward to it, especially as we get into that holiday season and what's happening, because we'll be right after Thanksgiving. So that'll be a fun show to watch. I know I'm kind of weird, but I get into this stuff. So again, please join me again at the beginning of December, the first Tuesday. I will be here live on Facebook. And of course, you can always catch it on YouTube after. You got all my contact information here on the screen. Reach out to me anytime. I'm always available for you, and I love to hear from you. And any input you have, even for my show, please